Hello, well that's my new book, What They Don't Teach You at Change Management School, From Theory to Practice and Everything in Between. Now launched on Amazon. Check out the links above or below for more information. And I've tried to make it as comprehensive as possible because I think often in change management people can look at methodologies, but often there's a lot of implicit stuff that isn't said. It's just assumed that you can do it. And so this isn't about any one methodology. It's about how I use certainly ProSci, because I'm a ProSci advanced instructor, good bits from other methodologies, and also all the stuff, the really practical stuff that I picked up along the way to make this stuff work. So it's really practice orientated, but certainly showing where it comes from. And I've tried to make it as practical as possible. There are almost 100 checklist tables, basically summarising all the lessons that I've discussed in the various sections of the book. So you want to know about workforce analysis, you want to know about scenarios, you want to know about personas, you want to know how to do ADCAR at scale, you want to know how all that stuff works, and crucially, you also want to know how do you translate all the analysis that you do in change management into specific actions. I'm a great believer in the famous journalist 5 W's, who, what, why, where and how. So now that we've done all that analysis, using all the checklists, how do we translate that into specific actions for specific people at specific times to drive adoption and change? So it's really practical in that sense. Now if you decided to sit down and read this book from cover to cover in one session, it'll probably take you 10 hours, and I don't suggest you do that. However, if you do look at the book, read it, and then use it going forward as a practical reference guide. You know, you're in the middle of some project, you're thinking how do I approach that, you pick it up, you go to the relevant section, there's a bunch of checklists, a bunch of description, a bunch of how-tos. So that was my vision for the book. There's a lot of information in it, but I hope it's presented in a really practical way for you. Now, as I said, it's not based on any one methodology, and in fact there's a section in the book where I review 25 different change management methodologies. I try and list their essence and then look at what for me is the absolute core of change, which is self-determination theory. And from that, I condense all of that into a meta change management approach, which I call my Ready Reckoner. So basically, you take 25 methodologies, what's the core of them all, in my opinion, synthesize all that down, what does that tell you to do? And obviously there's so many overlaps because we're all trying to achieve the same thing. But it's something that I did and have been using and refining for a while now, and I found it really, really useful. And I hope you do too. It's also around 200 references, which basically give you a curated reading list of some of the stuff underlying all of this. So I really hope you enjoy it. It's how I do change management. It works. It's worked all over the world in all sorts of different industries, all sorts of different changes. And I present it as hopefully a useful guide. So enjoy. If I've missed anything, I'm sure you'll let me know. But I've tried not to miss anything. And I'd love to hear your comments. Enjoy the book.